Today is the anniversary of a very important day that has helped change my life and make me become a better man. I am wearing a rugby jersey, but to me this is no ordinary rugby jersey. This is the Bingham Cup. The Bingham Cup is the Gay Rugby World Cup, and every 2 years, almost every gay and gay-friendly rugby club from around the world converge upon a city somewhere within the world and play a 2 or 3 day rugby tournament. The reason why we don't just call it the Gay Rugby World Cup, but the Bingham Cup, is because we all want to honor the life and legacy of a man named Mark Bingham. I met Mark Bingham once in San Francisco at a bar called the Lone Star Bar in the spring or summer of 2001, and we shook hands and he said, "Hi, I'm Mark Bingham." And it amazes me that I still remember that encounter because he left such an impression on me with his charisma and with his spirit. It is what happened later on that year that a lot more people from around the country know who Mark Bingham is. On September 11, 2001, America went through a lot of terrorist attacks as 4 planes were hijacked and 3 of them hit their intended targets, 1 in Washington, D.C. at the Pentagon and 2 in New York City at the World Trade Center. Mark Bingham was on flight United 93 on a plane that did not hit its intended target, and instead it landed on a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, instead of hitting the U.S. Capitol or the White House. And it is widely believed it's because of someone like Mark Bingham and a couple of other people rallied the rest of the passengers to take over the terrorists and fight them, and that's the reason why it landed on that field in Shanksville instead. And to this day, all of those passengers on flight United 93 are widely regarded as heroes, and deservedly so. Mark Bingham was also on the San Francisco Fog Rugby Football Club at the time of 9/11. The San Francisco Fog is a rugby club that actively seeks the participation of those who are underrepresented in the sport of rugby, including gay men, men of color, and women. And it was a very important club to Mark Bingham because he was able to reconcile both of his important worlds of being a gay man and a rugby player. When Mark Bingham passed away, it was a very sad day for the San Francisco Fog, as well as for every other gay rugby club in the world. And the San Francisco Fog approached IGRAB, International Gay Rugby Association and Board, to name a Gay Rugby World Cup in honor of Mark Bingham and to hold the tournament in San Francisco in 2002. And so the Bingham Cup was born. I joined the San Francisco Fog in 2004, and it was one of the most special moments of my life. I've never played a sport, an organized sport before, and I knew a little bit about the story of Mark Bingham, but not nearly to the level that I was able to appreciate after being on the San Francisco Fog. And I was really swept into the San Francisco Fog, pretty much devoted almost my free time outside of work to the team, trying to become a better rugby player, trying to support the team as much as I possibly could. There was such an intense charisma, teamwork, spirit, and energy about the team that made it so beautiful, that made it just such an amazing experience in my life. And to this day, I look back on being on the San Francisco Fog as one of the best moments of my life. Unfortunately, I could not become the best rugby player out there. My body wasn't naturally built for contact. I went through a lot of muscle tears in my legs. I went through a hairline fracture on my left arm here, and I also went through a contusion as well. But I still wanted to contribute to the team as much as I could. And it was on a fateful day in September 2006 when our women's squad played their first ever rugby game that I went out to the field and took out my camera at the time and took movie clips of the game, and then constructed all the movie clips together into a video montage and posted it on YouTube. And if it wasn't for that moment, I don't know if I would have ever become the kind of videographer that I am today. I quickly developed a love for videography, and I got better and better with each passing game over the last 2.5 years. And when Prop 8 passed in California, I had this videography skill, and I was able to apply it towards the LGBT civil rights movement to this day and going forward. So on this day of the anniversary of 9/11, I want to remember the tragic events, and I want to remember Mark Bingham, and I want to say thank you, Mark Bingham, for your story, for inspiring me to be the kind of person that I am today. And I want to say thank you to the San Francisco Fog for inspiring me to be as good of a rugby player and as good of a contributor, and for helping me discover my love for videography. If it wasn't for Mark Bingham and if it wasn't for the San Francisco Fog, I don't know where I would be today, and I don't think this video would ever have been made. So thank you very much.